List of battleships of Germany. The German navies, specifically the Kaiserliche Marine and Kriegsmarine of Imperial and Nazi Germany, respectively, built a series of battleships between the 1890s and 1940s. To defend its North and Baltic Sea coasts in wartime, Germany had previously built a series of smaller ironclad warships, including coastal defense ships and armored frigates. The topic, List of battleships of Germany, in overview. List of battleships of Germany is related to Brandenburg class battleship. The Brandenburg class consisted of 4 pre-dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, the first modern battleships of the fleet. The 4 ships of the class, Brandenburg, Worth, Weissenberg, and Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm, were the first ocean-going capital ships built for the German fleet in nearly 2 decades, owing to reluctance in the Reichstag Imperial Diet to fund large projects. The topic, Brandenburg class battleship, in overview. Brandenburg class battleship is related to SMS Brandenburg. SMS Brandenburg was the lead ship of the Brandenburg class pre-dreadnought battleships, which included Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm, Weissenberg, and Worth, built for the German Kaiserliche Marine Imperial Navy in the early 1890s. Brandenburg class battleship is related to SMS Weissenberg. SMS Weissenberg was one of the first ocean-going battleships of the Imperial German Navy. She was the 3rd pre-dreadnought of the Brandenburg class, which also included her sister ships Brandenburg, Worth, and Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm. Brandenburg class battleship is related to SMS Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm. SMS Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm, His Majesty's ship Prince Elector Friedrich Wilhelm, was one of the first ocean-going battleships of the German Kaiserliche Marine Imperial Navy. The ship was named for Prince Elector Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm, 17th-century Duke of Prussia and Margrave of Brandenburg. Brandenburg class battleship is related to SMS Worth. SMS Worth, His Majesty's ship Worth, was one of 4 German pre-dreadnought battleships of the Brandenburg class, built in the early 1890s. The class also included Brandenburg, Kurfürst Friedrich Wilhelm, and Weissenberg. List of battleships of Germany is related to Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship. The Kaiser Friedrich III class consisted of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Imperial German Navy. All ships of the class were named for German emperors. The ships were Kaiser Friedrich III, Kaiser Wilhelm II, Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse, Kaiser Barbarossa, and Kaiser Karl der Grosse, all built between 1895 and 1901. The topic, Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship, in overview. Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship is related to SMS Kaiser Friedrich III. SMS Kaiser Friedrich III, His Majesty's ship Emperor Frederick III, was the lead ship of the Kaiser Friedrich III class of pre-dreadnought battleships. She was laid down at the Kaiserliche Werft in Wilhelmshaven in March 1895, launched in July 1896, and finished in October 1898. Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship is related to SMS Kaiser Wilhelm II. SMS Kaiser Wilhelm II, His Majesty's ship Emperor William II, was the 2nd ship of the Kaiser Friedrich III class of pre-dreadnought battleships. She was built at the Imperial Dockyard in Wilhelmshaven and launched on the 14th of September 1897. Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship is related to SMS Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse. SMS Kaiser Wilhelm der Grosse, HMS Emperor William the Great, was a German pre-dreadnought battleship of the Kaiser Friedrich III class, built around the turn of the 20th century. The ship was one of the first battleships built by the German Imperial Navy, Kaiserliche Marine, as part of a program of naval expansion under Kaiser Wilhelm II. Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship is related to SMS Kaiser Karl der Grosse. SMS Kaiser Karl der Grosse was a German pre-dreadnought battleship of the Kaiser Friedrich III class, built around the turn of the 20th century for the Kaiserliche Marine Imperial Navy. Named for the Emperor Charlemagne, Kaiser Karl der Grosse was built in Hamburg, at the Blohm & Voss shipyard. Kaiser Friedrich III class battleship is related to SMS Kaiser Barbarossa. SMS Kaiser Barbarossa was a German pre-dreadnought battleship of the Kaiser Friedrich III class. The ship was built for the Imperial Navy, which had begun a program of expansion at the direction of Kaiser Wilhelm II. List of battleships of Germany is related to Wittelsbach class battleship. The Wittelsbach class battleships were a group of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, in the early 1900s. They were the first battleships ordered under the Second Navy Law of 1898, part of Admiral Alfred von Tirpitz's fleet expansion program. The topic, Wittelsbach class battleship, in overview. Wittelsbach class battleship is related to SMS Wittelsbach. SMS Wittelsbach, German, Seine Majestat Schiff Wittelsbach, English, His Majesty's Ship Wittelsbach, was the lead ship of the Wittelsbach class of pre-dreadnought battleships, built for the Imperial German Navy. Wittelsbach class battleship is related to SMS Wetten. SMS Wetten, His Majesty's Ship Wetten, was a pre-dreadnought battleship of the Wittelsbach class of the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. She was built by Schichau Seebeckwerft in Danzig. Wetten was laid down in October 1899, and was completed October 1902. Wittelsbach class battleship is related to SMS Zähringen. SMS Zähringen, German, Seine Majestat Schiff Zähringen, English, His Majesty's Ship Zähringen, was the third Wittelsbach class pre-dreadnought battleship of the German Imperial Navy, Kaiserliche Marine. Wittelsbach class battleship is related to SMS Schwaben. SMS Schwaben, His Majesty's Ship Swabia, was the fourth ship of the Wittelsbach class of pre-dreadnought battleships of the German Imperial Navy. Schwaben was built at the Imperial Dockyard in Wilhelmshaven. Wittelsbach class battleship is related to SMS Mecklenburg. SMS Mecklenburg, His Majesty's Ship Mecklenburg, was the fifth ship of the Wittelsbach class of pre-dreadnought battleships of the German Imperial Navy. Laid down in May 1900 at the AG Vulcan shipyard in Stettin, Germany, now Zachin, Poland, she was finished in May 1903. List of battleships of Germany is related to Braunschweig class battleship. The Braunschweig class battleships were a group of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, built in the early 1900s. They were the first class of battleships authorized under the Second Naval Law, a major naval expansion program. The topic, Braunschweig class battleship, in overview. Braunschweig class battleship is related to SMS Braunschweig. SMS Braunschweig was the first of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Braunschweig class built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. She was laid down in October 1901, launched in December 1902, and commissioned in October 1904. Braunschweig class battleship is related to SMS Elsass. SMS Elsass was the second of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Braunschweig class in the German Imperial Navy. She was laid down in May 1901, launched in May 1903, and commissioned in November 1904, though an accident during sea trials delayed her completion until May 1905. Braunschweig class battleship is related to SMS Hessen. SMS Hessen was the third of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Braunschweig class. She was laid down in 1902, was launched in September 1903, and was commissioned into the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, in September 1905. Braunschweig class battleship is related to SMS Lovringen. SMS Lovringen was the last of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Braunschweig class, built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. She was laid down in December 1902, was launched in May 1904, and was commissioned in May 1906. Braunschweig class battleship is related to SMS Preußen. SMS Preußen was the fourth of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships of the Braunschweig class, built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. She was laid down in April 1902, was launched in October 1903, and was commissioned in July 1905. List of battleships of Germany is related to Deutschland class battleship. The Deutschland class was a group of 5 pre-dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, the last vessels of that type to be built in Germany. The class comprised Deutschland, the lead ship, Hanover, Pommern, Schlesien, and Schleswig-Holstein. The topic, Deutschland class battleship, in overview. Deutschland class battleship is related to SMS Deutschland 1904. Deutschland class battleship is related to SMS Pommern. SMS Pommern was one of 5 Deutschland-class pre-dreadnought battleships built for the Kaiserliche Marine between 1904 and 1906. Named after the Prussian province of Pomerania, she was built at the AG Vulcan Yard at Stettin, Germany, now Zachin, Poland, where she was laid down on the 22nd of March 1904 and launched on the 2nd of December 1905. Deutschland-class battleship. Is related to SMS Hanover. SMS Hanover, His Majesty's ship Hanover, was the second of 5 Deutschland-class pre-dreadnoughts of the German Imperial Navy, Kaiserliche Marine. Hanover and the 3 subsequently constructed ships differed slightly from the lead ship Deutschland in their propulsion systems and slightly thicker armor. Deutschland-class battleship. Is related to SMS Schlesien. SMS Schlesien was one of 5 Deutschland-class pre-dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, between 1904 and 1906. Named after the German province of Silesia, Schlesien was laid down at the Schiehauwerke shipyard in Danzig on the 19th of November 1904, launched on the 28th of May 1906, and commissioned on the 5th of May 1908. Deutschland-class battleship. Is related to SMS Schleswig-Holstein. SMS Schleswig-Holstein, pronounced Lesvisi-Holtan, listen, was the last of the 5 Deutschland-class battleships built by the German Kaiserliche Marine. The ship, named for the province of Schleswig-Holstein, was laid down in the Germaniawerft dockyard in Kiel in August 1905 and commissioned into the fleet nearly 3 years later. Deutschland-class battleship. Is related to SMS Deutschland. SMS Deutschland, His Majesty's ship Germany, was the first of 5 Deutschland-class pre-dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. The ship was armed with a main battery of 4 28 cm, 11-inch guns in 2 twin turrets. List of battleships of Germany. Is related to Nassau Class battleship. The Nassau Class was a group of 4 dreadnought battleships built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy, in the mid-1900s. The class comprised Nassau, the lead ship, Rhineland, Posen, and Westphalen. The topic, Nassau-class battleship, in overview. Nassau-class battleship. Is related to SMS Nassau. SMS Nassau was the first dreadnought battleship built for the Imperial German Navy, a response to the launching of the British battleship HMS Dreadnought. Nassau was laid down on the 22nd of July 1907 at the Kaiserliche Werft in Wilhelmshaven, and launched less than a year later on the 7th of March 1908, approximately 25 months after Dreadnought. Nassau-class battleship. Is related to SMS Westphalen. SMS Westphalen was one of the Nassau-class battleships, the first 4 dreadnoughts built for the German Imperial Navy. Westphalen was laid down at Agweser in Bremen on the 12th of August 1907, launched nearly a year later on the 1st of July 1908, and commissioned into the High Seas Fleet on the 16th of November 1909. Nassau-class battleship. Is related to SMS Posen. SMS Posen was one of 4 battleships in the Nassau class, the first dreadnoughts built for the German Imperial Navy, Kaiserliche Marine. The ship was laid down at the Germaniawerft shipyard in Kiel on the 11th of June 1907, launched on the 12th of December 1908, and commissioned into the High Seas Fleet on the 31st of May 1910. Nassau-class battleship. Is related to SMS Rhineland. SMS Rhineland was one of 4 Nassau-class battleships, the first dreadnoughts built for the German Imperial Navy, Kaiserliche Marine. Rhineland mounted 12 28 cm 11-inch main guns in 6 twin turrets in an unusual hexagonal arrangement. List of battleships of Germany. Is related to Helgoland class battleship. The Helgoland class was the second class of dreadnought battleships to be built for the German Kaiserliche Marine, Imperial Navy. Constructed from 1908 to 1912, the class comprised 4 ships, Helgoland, the lead ship. The topic, Helgoland class battleship, in overview. Helgoland class battleship. Is related to Helgoland ship. Helgoland class battleship. Is related to SMS Ostfriesland. SMS Ostfriesland was the second vessel of the Helgoland class of dreadnought battleships of the Imperial German Navy. Named for the region of East Frisia, Ostfriesland's keel was laid in October 1908 at the Kaiserliche Werft dockyard in Wilhelmshaven. Helgoland class battleship. Is related to SMS Thuringen.